Hi everyone, welcome to Job Fever. So today we are going to start new topic which is related to thread concept, runnable versus callable, which is very important topic according to interview. So in previous video we have seen thread, how can we create thread with the help of the thread class and with the help of the runnable interface, and we have seen the basic concept of the thread. So now we are going to touch advanced things. Which is related to which will be related to executive framework, runnable and callable. So in this tutorial we will touch what is runnable interface, what is callable interface, difference between runnable and callable interface, executor service with execute method, okay, it will not return anything, and execute service with submit method, and future return type, and coding questions for both the service, both the executor service. Okay, so let's just start one by one. So what is runnable interface? So runnable interface is an interface and define only one method called run method. Okay. So only one method is available in runnable interface. So it is called function interface. Okay, so this runnable interface is also called function interface. It represents a task in Java that is executed by thread. So basically, if you want to create thread, so we have two ways to create, with the runnable interface or callable interface. So all the custom thread will be created as a task, okay, and the task will be executed by thread. So your custom thread will be work will be a like task, okay, that task you are going to execute with the help of the thread. So with both the way we can create. So there are two ways to start a new thread, using runnable. One is by implementing the runnable interface, and another one is by subclassing the thread class. So just now we discussed, with the help of the thread class we can also create, and we can, with the help of the runnable interface, we can also create. So runnable can't return the result of the computation, which is essential if you are performing some computing task in another thread, and runnable can't throw checked exception. So runnable run method is there inside the runnable interface, it will not return anything, and runnable can't throw checked exception, so it does not throw any checked exception. And we can declare, this is internal code of the functional runnable functional interface, which is runnable interface. So only one method is run. So let's start callable interface. In callable interface, that basically throw a checked exception, okay, and return some result. This is one of the major differences between upcoming runnable interface, where no value is being returned, okay. In this interface, it simply computes a result, else throw an exception if under and unable to do so, okay. So it's throw a checked exception, and just now seen in enable interface, it will not throw any exception, okay. It is declared in java dot, it will not concurrent. Actually it introduced in java 1.5. So it is available in java dot, it will not concurrent package. This interface also contains a single no argument method called call method. So there is only one method, which is call method inside callable interface. So we have callable interface here, only one method is there, so which throws exception. So we can't create a thread by passing callable as a parameter. So we can't create thread by passing callable as a parameter, okay. In previous way, like if you want to create a custom thread, if you want to run, so we have way, like we can create the uh, a custom thread with the help of the runnable interface, and that object we can pass as a parameter inside the thread, and we can start like ts dot start we can do. So your thread will be started. But if you want to do same with the help of the callable interface, so it is not possible. So we can't create a thread by passing callable as a parameter, okay. So it is not possible. So we can execute only one way, which is with the help of the executor service, which we do in executor framework. So this is a mandatory point. And callable can return result. Callable's calls method contains the throws exception, okay. uh, through exception clause, so we can easily propagate checked exception further, okay. So in the signature we are seeing throws exception, okay. So we can delegate the exception, so no need to handle the exception, okay. So this is the advantage in callable interface. So we'll see what is difference between the runnable and callable interface. It is a part of java.lang package since it introduced in java 1.0, and it is a part of java utility concurrent package since it is introduced in java 1.5. Okay, so it can't result anything, and it return value. It may return integer, a string, according to your requirement you can add. Okay, it can't throw a checked exception, and it throw a checked exception. It is a runnable interface. One need to override the run method in Java. Okay, if you want to create a custom thread with the runnable interface, you have to override this run method, which is available in runnable interface. And in order to use callable, you need to override call method. Okay, call method with return type. So this is the way. So runnable interface code, I think we have already seen. It is basically throws exception. So we have already discussed. So let's discuss executor service with execute method. We are going to discuss next, and execute service with the submit method and future return type. So we'll discuss with code. So how can we create thread with the help of the executor, with the help of the runnable interface, and how can we execute with the help of the both the way by thread and by executor service, and how can we create a custom thread with the help of the callable interface, and how can we execute. So only one way to execute callable custom thread, which will be created by the callable interface, so which is executor service. So we'll see. So we are going to see by code. So I have already created one class, one thread with the help of the runnable interface, and another with the help of the callable interface. So we'll see one by one. This is the custom class. So this is the custom thread with the help of the runnable interface. There's a run method. I have written one simple statement, runnable interface without any return type. Okay, so this runnable interface I'm going to use in our example test class. So there, with the help of the executor, we will also try to execute. So this is the way to execute with the help of the executor. So creating and running runnable tasks using executor service. So this is the one way, and creating and running runnable task using thread class. So there is a two way. So one way, and this is the one way to create and start the thread, and there is a second way to create and start the thread. So I think this way. This is the easiest way. So in this tutorial, we will also see. So what we are doing in first way. So we have created the one object for the custom thread, and custom thread, and that custom thread we are passing as a parameter in thread class, and we are doing thread dot start. So we have started. Okay, so let's start and check. So it's running or not. So I'm going to comment this, and we'll check it's working or not. So this is a normal way to execute a thread, start a thread. Run the interface without any return type. So it's a running. Okay, and this is another way. So I'm going to comment this. Okay, we'll do with that of the second one. Second one, that means the execute dot service task. So how can we do? Firstly, we'll try to understand with the help of this. So I think thread dot start we have to comment. Remaining things we have to uncomment, because custom thread should be available. Task, this is not required. We have only I think this is required only. Object of custom thread, which we are creating with the help of the runnable. So in execute method, if you'll see, so we have runnable. Okay, it will take runnable, but it will return void. That means it is not going to return anything. So for that purpose, we have to create one executor service with the help of the executor new thread fixed tool. So here we are taking two. So two thread will be created, and with the help of the two thread, our task will be executed. Okay, so let's just start and check it is running or not. Runnable interface without any return type. So we are getting the result. So with the help of this executor service also we are getting. So this is the second way. So both the way we can do. So let's check if you are running both, then are we able to execute both or not. So two threads should be executed, because we are calling the custom thread with the help of the, we are starting two times with the help of the different scenario. Okay, so let's just start. Yeah, first one is also running, second one is also running. So both is the correct way to start the thread if you are using the runnable interface. Okay, and In callable interface we can do only with the help of the only one. Okay, we can do with the help of the executor service only. You can't do with the help of this thread class. It is not possible because previously we seen. Okay, it's not possible like this in callable interface. So let's see. So I have implemented one custom thread class with the help of the callable interface. So I have implemented callable interface. Okay, if you see the code of callable interface, so it is also functional interface and it's returning. Okay, so you can return anything. It's throwing exception. So we are taking here return type string, so it will return a string. So normal, I have written one statement, normal statement. Okay, so I'm calling this callable impl in callable example. Okay, so here same thing we are doing here. Executor service we have created with the help of the two fixed thread pool size and callable task. We created object of our custom thread here. Okay, and this object we are using inside, where we are using as a parameter in submit task, submit method, which is method of executor. Okay, which is method of executor service. If you'll see executor service, we'll see the code. So we have shutdown method, we have is shutdown method is terminated. Okay, so we have submit method, we have four submit method, I think. Submit, okay, submit, see, submit with parameter runnable, return type will be future, and submit with it will take runnable, return type will be future. Okay, and submit with return type. We have submit. Okay, so parameter will be callable and runnable. Both are possible, but return type will be the future. So here I'm going to use same thing, which is executor dot submit method. So we are passing task as a parameter, and we are doing message dot get dot to string. So we'll get the result. So our result will be in to string. That means the string. So return type of this submit will be future. So future is also introduced in 1.5. Okay, so it is also available in Java concurrent package. So let's start and check it's running or not. So going to clear the console, I will check. So callable interface with return type. So it's running. So only one way we can run this callable interface. Callable interface, a custom thread class. Okay, so I think you understood everything. If you have any doubt, you can comment and we can discuss. If you are loving my effort, please like, share, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. And bye, everyone.